Alright, this is an arrival into Bahrain. Trying to do a second flight here to Bangkok. We'll see if we make it. I really don't think I'm going to make it, but we'll have to see what happens. Basically, the flight leaves in 20 minutes. I don't see how I'll be able to make it. I'll sure try. The flight was delayed 56 minutes in Dubai. This was a scheduled 1.5 hour layover. I think the plane leaves probably right now. And I have no idea how to get there to the connection flights. Let's see. Transfers over here. I've already kind of possibly accepted the fact that I may be laying or sleeping here tonight. It's Gulf Air. Bahrain airplane. I don't know why they would do an 1.5 hour layover if it's a complicated transfer. So let's see. At the very least, I doubt they'll get my other luggage on that plane. Let's see. Transfers. Let's see here. Nice airport. Very calming. Bangkok. I'm a transfer to Bangkok.
You come here from Dubai?
Yeah.
Yes. To the right up.
All right, thank you. There should be no reason why I have to go through any sort of immigration or passport control here, hopefully. He said to the right and up. All right, let's see. I don't even want to check the time on my phone. I'm just gonna go as fast as I can. All right, okay. So far it's looking a little bit more promising. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh no. Oh no. Are they making us? All right. Well, believe it or not, they had to search my bag because the Dubai thing wasn't enough. So they searched there was 2 people ahead of me. They searched it. That was 15 minutes just to search it. So let's see. Bangkok. (17AB). Maybe that's it. Maybe it's still here. Could be delayed. Could it be delayed? I don't even know if I got everything out of that box. Wow, it's still here. It must be delayed. Talk about some luck. Oh my gosh. It's delayed? Yeah, this is it. Oh my gosh, I got lucky. So boarding time was supposed to be at 21:50, and it is right now 10:11. So it's supposed to be boarding at 9:50, and they just opened it at 10:11. So I guess luck would have it. I made it. Oh man, that is so cutting it thin, man. I got lucky that it's delayed. It's the first time I ever got lucky on a delay like that. I'll show you the business class once I get on there. I would actually come back to this country. The airport's so nice. Hi, sir. That was a really nice airport.
Hi, good evening.
Friendly people too, actually.
Good evening.
Morning.
Welcome
Evening.
aboard.
Thank you.
That would be the 5th row on your left
Okay,
side.
thank you.
Good evening.
Fifth row on the left side. All right, here we are. Oh, in there. What do we got here? Headphones, water. We got a little pouch. We'll open that up in a little bit. Blanket. And we'll watch some movies. Oh my gosh, big update. So we were just on the plane for 2.5 hours. At first they were just waiting to fuel it. Then we were informed that one of the maintainers crashed into the engine, and they've now disembarked us. So we sat on the plane for 2.5 hours, and yeah, it's now about 1 a.m. We've had to disembark. We're going to the lounge, and we have no idea when we're going to take off now. So, yeah, that's kind of an interesting turn of events. I've never had that happen before, where we sat on the tarmac 2.5 hours and then someone hit the engine. One of the maintainers. And they've done no communication at all. Basically, people just started getting off, and they just said, go to the lounge. So we don't even know what's going on. Yeah, what an absolute mess. So we're now being told that the flight leaves at 10 in the morning, and everyone's just cramming here to get a voucher and lining up. So it's really turned into an absolute mess. They've given us a hotel stay. Supposedly we're leaving at 10 or 11 tomorrow, but they're going to confirm that. It's currently 2:30 in the morning. So we'll see how everything goes. But it's a bit inconvenient, obviously, to have to leave the airport and then go back through security, back through everything. Like, I guess sleep for 3 or 4 hours and then wake up and go again. All right. So this is turning into an arrival, departure, connection, fiasco. So I guess what's happened is, just to give you some clarity, someone hit the engine, a maintainer. Hello. Yes.
What are the names? The art.
It was just the weirdest thing because, we were supposed to leave at the time around 10:45 or whatever, and then we ended up on the plane for like an hour and a half fueling. So they were like, yeah, we're fueling, please stand by, we're still fueling the aircraft, which is kind of weird because, an hour and a half to fuel an aircraft. And then, they lock the doors, they arm the doors, everything. Sounds like we're going. We're still sitting there for like another 20 minutes, and he says, we've got an issue. A ground maintenance has damaged the engine with a vehicle. So, okay. He says, we may have to disembark, but we're not sure yet. So we sit there for another 30 minutes on the plane, and then they start unloading us. No one knows what's going on. They just start unloading us. We go to the lounge, and we just wait. And we waited there for about 35 minutes. And now we're just waiting here doing this after the queue up. So it's interesting. So far, all the economy passengers have already left to the hotel. It's just the business class people waiting. I guess we go to different hotels. I would have rather gone to the economy hotel. I don't care at all. I just want to get out of the airport, get some sleep. But yeah, I mean, Gulf Air is fumbling big time. So these business class passengers have been waiting here for about 30 minutes. Economy's already gone to their hotel, so they're basically punishing business class. So you pay more to be punished. Stay longer in the airport. It is now 3 in the morning. Okay, so our car arrived, our vehicle arrived, but it's a small car. So it's not a big van for all these business class passengers, because it's just a 6-seater. So now they're trying to figure out how to get a bigger vehicle. So it's getting later. I think this is probably the most mishandled situation that it could have possibly been. I wonder if they would just let me take a taxi to the hotel at this point. So I'm gonna try and get maybe my own hotel. Just see if they let me just get my own, because I don't want anything to do with this mess anymore. Because there's phone calls, there's arguing, no one knows. He's having fun. We're having fun. We're laughing about the situation because that's all you can do at this point. The interesting thing is going to be to find out how far away the Art Hotel is. Arrival at the hotel and then coming back to the airport. How long it takes. So we'll see. All right, well, we're here at the Art Hotel checking in now. So we'll see how that process goes. Hopefully they can get us a room real quick so we can at least get 2 or 3 hours.
Hello.
Hello. And then the queue for checking into the hotel, of course. Isn't that cute? The rooms were not already prepared, so it was a long little check-in. And it's a nice hotel and everything. It's just, don't have people waiting in queue after queue after queue, you know? It's just, that's not good. And then they're saying that there's a possibility that the plane might not even be fixed in the morning. And it might be delayed in the morning. So it's actually a really unfortunate situation. The room is nice, yeah, but I can't even enjoy it because all I'm going to do is sleep anyway, and all I need is a bed. I could have slept on any bed right now, but still a nice room for the Art. I mean, I'd stay here. It looks nice. All right, we're back at the airport here, and we're doing a departure. business class on Gulf Air from Bahrain. So business class has its own building. Oh wow, look at the check-in desk and everything. All right, so we've just arrived and they told us the flight is leaving at 6 p.m. It's 5:40. So they didn't even tell us that it was at 6 o'clock. We were under the impression it was at 10 o'clock. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy it's leaving so quick. But what I'm surprised about is the fact that this is the situation. So we're going to gate 22. We should have time. Let's see what time it is. It is 5:45. It's a huge walk, it looks like. Of course, it's the very last one, which has been my luck on all of these videos lately. Seems like I'm always at the furthest gate away. Let's see. All right, 22. Pick up once we get there. All right, so just another update. It was supposed to leave at 6. It's now 6:30, and they found another scratch on the plane, so the flight is delayed again. They don't know when the departure is going to be because they're trying to fix the new scratch. No one knows what's going on. So this is round 2 of the circus with Gulf Air. You almost at some point in time wonder if it's real or not, or if this is just like a joke. I've never experienced something like this. All right, so we've now got another complication. They've told us we're now moving to gate 13 because we have a new aircraft. So I'm guessing that for whatever reason, the aircraft that we had, they're not telling us the full story on it. And maybe that's why we don't know what's going on. So maybe there was something like more serious with the aircraft and they didn't want to fly it, but instead of telling us what was really wrong with it, because they keep saying scratches. Okay, scratches? I mean, a scratch costed the aircraft, the company, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions at this point, just because they had to put everyone up into a hotel, they fed us, all that. So something else is going on, I think, besides scratches, because how do you find a new scratch? Like, what are the odds of that? I think something's wrong with the aircraft beyond a scratch, and they're just not telling us. I mean, safety first, for sure. But it's really a misorganization. I think the problem is there's no communication. It's kind of just like, hey, yeah, there's no like official announcements. There's no official information. There's no emails being sent out. There's no notifications on the app being sent. You know, modern. Okay, let's go. See? So they're now saying it's departing at 2000. That's Goa, but we're going to Bangkok. So, still standing by, but here's 13. Still very far away. And unlike Doha or anything, they don't have those strollers for pushing your bag. You have a heavy bag. So I've literally walked the whole span of the airport here. All right, they're loading the elderly now. All right, well, it's 2030 departure. It was originally scheduled for 1800, so we're an hour and a half delayed on this. Our third delay, which is over 24 hours into this flight. So, original flight, 24 hours delayed. Never seen anything like this. Gulf Air has set the standard. I think the biggest thing that was, obviously 24-hour delay is a problem, but the lack of communication is unbelievable. Wow, we finally made it airborne. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one from Bangkok.